Sometimes we need to perform a complicated task, like fixing a bicycle chain that is loose or even broken. But what if we don't know how? In that case, it is helpful to follow directions. We can either grab a bicycle repair manual and read the instructions, or we can look up a how-to video on YouTube. Which one would you choose? Most people would probably choose the video. Why is it easier to follow visual cues than written instructions? The answer is simple. Our brain was built for visual information. We are able to process visual information 60,000 times faster than textual information. In fact, 90% of all information that our brain processes and stores is visual. Therefore, it is much easier to follow visual cues instead of written instructions. So, what does this mean for learning and teaching? The dual-channel processing theory tells us that humans process information through two separate channels. These are visual and auditory channels. But humans are limited in the amount of information they can process in a channel at one time. For instance, if we process new information only from written text and images, like in the bicycle repair manual, our visual channel gets overloaded. But if we allow some of the information to be processed through the auditory channel, the load between the two channels is balanced, so neither one is overloaded. Therefore, it is better to present some of the textual information as a narration and link it to visuals. And this is exactly what the modality principle is about. So, how does this all apply to feedback? Feedback is an essential component of the learning process in higher education. Most instructors provide feedback through written comments. Instructors spend a lot of time writing their comments, and they expect that students will read and interpret their comments carefully. However, students not always engage with the written comments as they are expected. Sometimes they ignore or fail to understand the comments, and thus the feedback provided makes a little difference to what students do. One possible explanation for this attitude may be lack of interest or motivation. But another reason could also be a cognitive overload resulting from students processing the information only through the visual channel. One way to reduce the visual channel overload and motivate students to engage more with the feedback is providing the feedback through multiple modalities. Instead of writing, the instructor can narrate the comments through auditory channel. Screencasting allows the instructor to point exactly to the errors which need to be fixed. Including a video recording of the instructor narrating the comments enhances a personal connection with the student. Providing multimodal video feedback is an effective strategy, inviting students to engage with the feedback and use it to improve their work.